I'm sorry I missed your game.
We're not speaking. When you have to say you're sorry, be soft. When you need to make it right, be strong.
You heard your dad.
I know.
Angel Soft, 1,000 more sheets per pack.
Alexa, ask Delta to fill dog bowl.
Ask Delta to fill coffee pot.
Hey Google, fill 150 milliliters from faucet.
Fill 35 ounces from faucet.
Custom fill the things you use most with the exact amount of water you need.
Reactions, back pain, and fatigue.
First
Ask
side
your
loosen
doctor
up.
about Nucala at home. Find your new normal
18 millimeter.
What's that?
Nut and bolt.
Should help keep these clothes looking
That's the
newer
size
for
of
a
the
long
socket
time.
or wrench you use. Next, one mounting bolt on the frame. That's a 15 millimeter.
People who you currently see.
iPods Ultra Oxy.
This last one, you have to get under the Jeep.
It's the first serum.
So that's the bottom one. It's also 15.
The power of a serum.
Finish loosening that, and then with a jack holding everything,
Choose vitamin C, hyaluronic
you
acid,
can
niacinamide.
get the mounting bolt that goes through the mount and the bracket on the motor. And then reverse process to replace pretty much.
Up here.
Okay,
I wouldn't want to live
got the
in here with
bolt
you,
out.
no offense, let alone 12 of us. Well, they were saying
Just need to,
they had dozens of people. That's just ridiculous.
I think it's need a pry bar, pry up, break that
This is my friend Steve.
bond, whatever you want to call it, and then pull it out. Okay, so it's taking a little bit of effort to kind of line things up. I favored the jack on the passenger side here that I'm working on, jacking it up little by little, and kind of just working the mount down in there. I got the stud through the frame, so I got the nut on that, and now I'm about to put the bolt in because it's pretty much lined up with the screwdriver that I shoved in the hole. So now we're gonna do that. Okay, got the bolt in, and now we're gonna line up the last mounting hole down there. So got that one to go in, everything's in. At this point, just need to torque everything, and on to the next side. Again, it's an 18 millimeter socket, wrench, whichever you can get in there. And the bottom nut, that's a 15. So I'm gonna start loosening everything up. And then we'll get our jack. Probably gonna put it right here. First time I put it over here, that way I could push up just that side, or at least favor it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. It seems to really help trying to get everything lined up. All right, just an idea. This is what I used. Long extension, 15 millimeter. I'm doing it by hand. You probably could get an impact on that, but it's working out right now for me because I'm okay with this. Gotta be it. It's like a fall off. There it is. Not too bad. Okay. Now we gotta go up top and somehow get that upper one. You can see this is the bolt from up top. All right, back up top. Did the same thing. Long extension all the way down. And it's working out just right. It's just enough clearance between the bottom of the airbox and that. All right, we'll pull that out and then we'll get a jack under it and start fishing this stuff out. See, jack right underneath left side of the bell housing. Sorry about the camera movement. it up a little bit, a couple pumps. I was able to tap that bolt right out. And now, so I was trying to show you. So once I get a pry bar in there, and you get between it, start working it back and forth. Once you get that stud popped out, then you can kind of like get it in the center and kind of start doing this. That's pretty much it. You just work it, and eventually it works itself out between the brackets. And then you reach up and grab it, and then throw it on the ground. Put a pry bar between those two pieces and pull that, you know, to the left to line up the hole for a stud, and then it just dropped right in. So now we're gonna put a nut on that, and then after that, I found it's easier to get the bolt. I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably gonna put the bolt through the bracket and the mount first, and then the last one will be that. All right, the last bolt was a little fun. Got it. I found that an easy way to start those, since the holes you're going through, well, I'm gonna grab a motor mount. So there's two pieces of metal, and sometimes the top one likes to kick. So I found the easiest way to get it to line up is one, put the weight of the motor on it so the bottom one won't move on you, and then you can kind of maneuver the top one, get it close. And then those bolts, they have about 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch that doesn't have threads. It kind of helps lines it up. I usually file those around the edges on them so there's more of a point, and then that way when you start getting it through here, kind of just give it a little tap with a hammer, and it usually gets you right near the hole. And then I was just using a cordless ratchet, you know, not a lot of torque, you can kind of feel it going, and that's how I did these. It worked out great. Okay, we're all done wrapping this up. Changed both motor mounts. It took me probably about an hour and a half to do both sides. And then when all said and done with, the through bolt through the motor mount and the bracket, the long bolt that goes this way. I looked up torque specs. I was seeing 48 foot-pounds. I would double check online for all these torque specs just to make sure, but this is what I found and this is what I used. 48 foot-pounds for that. 40 foot-pounds for the bolt, and for the stud I found 30 foot-pounds. Again, I would double check all of those. I don't know if those are correct, so just double check those and should be good to go.